And as usual, guys, we jump straight into it. 3, 2, 1, black.
And I don't want my daughter to have a whore's name.
That's my mother's
Is that
name.
different art?
I know.
Is that a different actor or the same person?
How about we name the baby after you, Frigid Shrew?
Glad these two come back because I quite like them.
No. Let's call her vodka. Then at least we know you hold her tight and never let her go.
Oh.
My new co-anchor? Hey, don't you guys ever watch
Oh yeah, I forgot about her. No one takes all the spotlight.
Oh, they stole all his money and then pelted him with his own top.
I used to love old BBC News because they had to be super neutral. So like they would talk about subjects, it'd be so neutral how they deliver the lines. It makes me laugh. If you ever just type up like super neutral BBC.
Oh, the horse died. Guys, this news is all really sad.
Oh God.
Okay.
They're the worst kind of people. You know, people who talk like children. Ah, it triggers me so hard. You know, as everyone, you sort of have an opposite personality you don't like.
I thought she was charming.
People who speak like children. And what's the other one?
Please explain to me why the little girl act works on. She is now your daughter.
No, she is not my daughter. I'm just daddy. Wow, that is disgusting.
Exactly. It's not like the opposite would work. There's no way a guy can pick up a girl going around talking like a little boy.
Challenge accepted.
No.
I, Barney Stinson, will pick up a girl whilst talking.
I love how I love how I fucking agree with Rachel. Not really.
My list of baby names.
What have
What
I
about Tara?
just zoned out? Robin. Why did I say Rachel? Robin. Funny agree with Robin.
We were all obsessed with her.
It's one of those things though, it's just personality. People you just don't know some personality you just don't mesh with.
We wrote songs about her.
I love how they have such he's got Marshall with a mullet.
And what does she do?
Oh dear. That is a skill.
That was my card. Gentlemen, give it up for Esther.
Esther has some talent. Jesus.
Not Esther.
It's one that Barney.
Oh God.
Papa, I want you to meet my new boyfriend.
Oh no. Oh.
For making such a hottie. Who's your daddy?
You are, because of all the sex we
Who is?
have.
What's she from? Why does she look familiar? Well, we're just thinking. She looks familiar.
I don't want a girl. I just want a little boy. It's not what it sounds like, folks.
Thank you, Ted, for clarifying.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Marshall, is that you?
Accurate.
Okay, you guys, you're a little too close to the camera. Can you back up a bit? How's this? Every time.
Every time.
Can you just sit in front of... Sons! Scoreboard! Who are you gonna listen to? Me? Or the scientific data?
Scientific meaning. That's basically the whole of Twitter.
Remember the today in Vienna segment? Okay, nobody cares what you did yesterday.
Lighten up, Robin. What'd you do, sweetheart?
Oh, I hate it.
Well, I'm new in town and don't know many people, but yesterday I met the sweet.
Oh, this is pain.
On a tour of the city.
Fantastic.
Then this cutie patootie took me to the spa called McLaren.
Oh, this is painful for me. It's giving me flashbacks from the past.
Go out with Ted Miller. Today, a Manhattan architect gets punched in the throat.
Ow!
Of all the women in New York, you had to go out with an 8-year-old girl?
Yeah, not what it sounds like, folks.
I hate her. How could you
Fuck's
go
sake.
out on a date with this girl?
It wasn't a date. She came over to the apartment looking for you.
I made Robin my famous chocolate chip cookies. But instead of
Got
chocolate
sweet
chips,
out. Okay.
I use gummy bears.
Oh, mate, I hate it. Context: I worked with someone who used to just be like that. And it's the most painful experience.
Poor spider.
I'm gonna get Disneyland. Oh,
Spider's gotta die.
I guess you can't like everyone.
Spider, it crawled off into my bedroom.
Wait, is that why you slept on the couch last night?
Yeah, I slept.
I respect that. The worst thing is, you know, when you spot a spider but you're not able to find it. I can't go out to sleep. I have to find a spider. I remember a massive one running across the floor, and I was chasing that down until I found it. I don't mind if I don't know they're there, but when I know they're there,
Your body's a perfect
perfect. This many.
First, eat pickled herring. Eat it.
Pico is alright. It's not the nicest thing in the world. He's gonna do it, isn't he?
Gentlemen, on the main stage, throwing her life away, give it up for Marshall's daughter.
Oh, I hate that so much.
Hey, wanna come to my house and play telephone? I got the string, you got the
God,
cans.
it looks so bad. I don't think have I ever met a guy who's done it? I don't think I have.
You change me.
Steak. She likes pescetti, spaghetti, and more importantly, she makes me feel needed.
Needed? She makes
What?
training wheels.
What the fuck's that?
It's nice to feel needed, and you know what? It's not a feeling guys get when they're with you.
What? Why is that downside? Why do you want to feel needed? Oh, whatever. That's stupid. I want to feel needed.
To ensure the continuation of your noble male lineage. Get a big old bowl of ice and
But there's loads of moments where she needs that she has vulnerable moments.
Your football.
Surely Lily's questioning what the fuck he's doing right now. Why due north? Did you just pull out a compass?
I got this.
Is this okay? Am I hurting you?
I got this.
Whoa! How do you not want to be nominated, man?
I got this.
Kind of badass.
Did that really bother you?
Well, yeah.
See, that wouldn't bother me. I found that hot. I guess everyone's different, no? No two people made the same.
Becky. Oh, she's trapped in a revolving door.
Oh god, I can't. He finds that hot, but he don't find Robin walking out with well.
Lily, how could you do
Hypocrite.
exactly the same thing I did? You're supposed to be B, he was possessed by an adult serial killer, and C, how could you bring up Chucky right before bed?
He scared me as a kid. It put me out of horror movies when I was younger.
Hey.
Remember I watched it and he killed like a girl and I was terrified.
When we were dating, did
The context
I
at
make
all.
you feel needed? That's what I thought. I'm sorry.
Wait, where are you? That's a
Oh, look at
compliment.
that.
You're the least needy woman I've ever met. That's awesome. I mean,
See,
no guy's gonna say, "Who's your daddy?" to Robin Scherbatsky. You're your own daddy and mommy, and weird survivalist uncle who lives in a cabin with a shotgun, blaming stuff on the government.
Oh, body.
And that is what makes you the most amazing,
I'm behind Barney on this one.
strong,
That's what I find more attractive.
independent woman I've ever banged.
Thanks, Barney.
That was like the weirdest compliment ever, but I agree with it.
Something that I want to.
That looks so good. Can I have some?
No, my ice cream. You can't have any.
Someone needs to teach you how to share.
Just imagine his eyes like.
Who's your mommy?
I was waiting for it.
Challenge completed.
Nice one, Barney. Well done.
Now,
I was so
you
proud
get
of
to
him
freak out
completing his
here, I'm
challenge.
scared.
We looked at each other and, well, we just knew.
You can say different
Our
names, aren't they?
baby's name is Esther.
Oh.
Esther.
That's beautiful. Amy.
Marshall, you just named our baby.
A girl called Jamie. 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 I couldn't see that being a
Not
girl's name.
Jamie.
Not like it matters. Wait, oh. Oh, stop this. This is pain. Oh! It's wrong on so many levels. There we go.
Yeah, this is over.
Again, I really like Robin this episode. Robin just keeps cementing herself as like one of my favourite characters. Like, she's definitely in the top 3. Like, she's got tough competition. Come on, Marshall and Barney, just tough competition to take over. But she's definitely my third favourite character by far. Like, and she's pretty close, to be fair. She's not like miles behind Barney and Marshall. No, I really like that one. I think like it was just a good episode for her. I like how she seemed to be a bit upset about what Ted said, but then like Barney reinforced. It's like the thing is, everyone's different, and everyone likes different things. Like it's just that you're never gonna please everyone, sort of thing. In it, it's just like some people want to be wanted and want to be like super loved. Some people like to be a bit more offish. Some people, everyone's just different. Like we all like different things. Like yeah, like Ted wants something where he feels like he's needed or like he's in charge. Some people don't mind it being equal. Some people don't mind being dominated. It's just the way everyone is, and it's just like you're not at fault for being the way you are. Like me personally, like I say, I don't like people with who act like children, or have like that childlike personality. I don't mind him even when you're immature, but when you speak like children, because you do get people out there, but I don't blame them. That's just who they are, and I'm sure someone out there appreciates that or finds it cute or adorable. I'm just not. For me personally, I just don't really want to interact with you. As harsh as it is, it's just like at the end of the day, you can't be liked by everyone, and you should never try and be liked by everyone. In my opinion, it's sort of just like just be yourself. And yes, I might not like that person, but I'm sure someone else does, or I'm sure they're appreciated by someone else. Obviously, it doesn't count if like if they've got autism or there's something wrong with it. It's a completely different story. But when they're just sort of like how she was being, I have met someone like that, and they riled me right up. It was just like every conversation was like, "Hello, it's me. You're calling Disneyland," and it's just like, "Oh, you're pain." But yeah, we all have that personality type, but just doesn't match with ours. Like I'm massively stubborn. Could be a bit of a prick sometimes. Could be overly honest and blunt, and I know to happily give my honest opinion on anyone because I wouldn't want to be two-faced, and I like people to know what I think. But sometimes you need to learn. Sometimes you just need to learn. Some people don't want to be told, or your opinion is not, or your opinion isn't technically the right opinion. So I've learned as I've got older not to be so blunt per se. Like you don't need to say you don't like someone. You don't need to tell someone you don't like them. Like when I was younger, in my 20s, if I didn't like someone, to me in my mind, me telling them I don't really want to communicate and don't like you was to me better than the people I used to know who would pretend and be friendly to the face, and then as soon as there was a way, they would start bitching about them and going in on them. To me, I thought it'd be better for me to tell them. But as I learned, as I got older, you just don't need to tell people you don't like them, and it's just like it's quite interesting personality about life, and it's just a learning thing in as you get older. But no, I liked how the episode sort of touched upon that, sort of like people's differences. I liked how obviously the Lily and Marshall being the silly argument about thinking your baby's gender and stuff like that. It's like it doesn't really fucking matter, to be honest. You get a boy or a girl, it's up to you, or like just the way it is. But no, it was an interesting episode because it's something that you would have expected to come up. Names would definitely be a hard one. I could be there for names. And I definitely do want to talk about Robin. Mate, I love her. She's great. She was really good this episode. And it's quite interesting. But the attractiveness to personality wise, like when Robin and Lily introduced, like Lily to me is the better looking appearance wise. But the more I watch the show, Robin's personality just souls me. Like I love Robin's personality. Like sometimes it can be a bit out of character because the personality can be a bit everywhere because it's a sitcom. But for the most part, like I like her personality quite a lot, and I found that it's quite attractive personality type for me personally. And I'm like, she's great. And she doesn't mind. I don't know. She reminds me of myself when I watch her. Like when she was being stubborn and stuff like that. It's just like, I like her quite a bit. She's really good. Really, like I said, she really grows on me as a character. But I'm curious what you guys think. Like, I look forward to see what you guys think. I like to see if you guys got personality types you don't like. I'd be quite interested to hear actually, or like your sort of encounters. But I'd say my two would definitely be the childish like ones. I love debating. And I tend to love, I love debating. I love playing devil's advocate and stuff like that. But people who start an argument, like they start the argument with you, they activate it, and they're the ones shouting. And as soon as you come back, they're like, "Oh, you always think you're right," and then they walk off. And then you just sort of stand there, just like you just started a debate. You didn't even let me get the argument. You just assume that I think I'm right, and you've walked off. And it's just like, you are the worst for me. Or tinfoil hat. I can't deal with tinfoil hats. When people start coming out with tinfoil hat theories, it sends me insane. If I actually did, just as a genuine conversation, someone was telling me about how 5G poles called COVID. Like I knew it was all over the news and stuff, and I knew there's people burning down 5G poles. But when someone comes up with that theory to me, I'm just like, why? I don't mind debating. I love a good debate, but when it comes to tinfoil hat theories, I just can't. That was a very fun episode. I really enjoyed those two. No, I look forward to see how the rest of the season's going to go. I think that we're getting like quite mini character progression arcs at the moment. Like we're just seeing character growths like in just little interactions, which is quite fun. I'm hoping all these little interactions build up to bigger character growths. Like I like what they're doing, but I don't know if it's going to be something like one episode character growths and then just sort of deleted the next episode. I'd be quite curious to see. But yeah, no, overall, very, very good 2 episodes. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Leave a like, subscribe, peace.